Hello everyone and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth and this video is going to be a little bit of a vlog type about the buddy read I'm doing with Crystal Diggs over at Crystal the Bookworm, and that is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. So we are reading about 67 pages a day in order to finish this read by the end of the week. I've read, of course, the first 67 because this is actually day 2. I'm getting ready to read the section for today, which is actually going to be more like 70-something pages because the next 67 actually winds up ending in the middle of a chapter, which I cannot do. So instead of ending on page 134, I'm actually going to be ending on page 147 if I manage to stop myself. So far, I'm enjoying this book. This is my first Colleen Hoover, and the first 67 pages were really good. I don't normally read contemporary. I don't normally read YA romance stuff. If I read a YA book, it is normally a fantasy type or more on the historical fiction end of things where it's mostly based on fact. So reading a contemporary is out of my normal comfort zone, and the kind of romancy stuff that goes along with it is definitely out of my normal reading zone. But I'm really glad that Crystal talked me into it. I've enjoyed the first part, like I said. I'm really looking forward to reading the next 70-ish pages. I think Colleen Hoover might actually be an author that I enjoy for YA contemporary, which is weird to say the least, but we'll see what happens. I'll let you know what I think after the next section. Okay, so I just finished day 2's 67-ish pages. It was, like I said, more like 75 pages. Wound up ending on page 147 instead of 134. But that was the end of the chapter. And I wish we were reading like 90 pages a day or something because I want to keep going. Oh my goodness, that last chapter just like was intense. Just everything. Oh, the emotions. I don't normally read contemporary, like I told you. And it's not even just YA contemporary. Like, I don't read a whole bunch of contemporary. And so this, like, the contemporary I've read, especially the YA contemporary I've read, has been like insta love and oh, there's a fight and oh, it's a misunderstanding and we lost our best friend and our boyfriend is a jerk. No, this is like there wasn't even talk of a date, boyfriend, whatever. There was some, chemistry, but there wasn't any like kind of insta lust, but it was very clear that they're lusting and it's not, I'm so in love with him. And it even makes mention of like, well, I've only known him for a couple of days. I don't know you, blah, blah, blah. And then like it was over 100 pages before there was anything about like doing anything about the attraction. And then it was like page 120-ish and we're on page what did I say, 148? I'm on page 148 and they haven't kissed. There's been some intensity, but they made it a point like they're not kissing. And I just went like, what? Who does this? What? Ah, okay, I am making myself wait until tomorrow to read the next section. So this is going to be a long vlog, guys. I'm sorry because wow. So much. Ugh. Ugh. Crystal is going to be so happy with this. You don't even know. Alright, I'm back. It is Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day, and I actually got a rose and an unsigned card asking me to be No Name's Valentine, so that was really interesting. Little side story there. One of my junior high students came in and was like, hey, Miss Tyree, you got a flower. Who's sending you flowers? And I was like, nobody sends me flowers. I was married for 4 years. I've had a couple of boyfriends since then. I haven't received flowers from anyone other than my daughter or my parents in my life. Like, I maybe one of my friends picked a flower and was like, here you go, but no one's ever sent me flowers. And she's like, no, you've got some. And I followed her swearing that I did not have any flowers and she was just trying to get me out of the classroom for some reason. No, I had a flower. So I'm pretty pleased. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I have finished today's reading of Hopeless. I got all the way to page 204, so right at a little over halfway. Yeah, right at a little over halfway. And some interesting things are occurring. There are a couple of instances where I went, okay, that's just a crappy normal trope and I'm done. But 90% of this has definitely been something where I went, wow, I'm really enjoying the writing style. The way she's tying everything together, this is definitely a contemporary YA romance, but normally I think of that being mostly romance, and I don't typically like just the contemporary, like I've told you. Um, but she's pulling in like really good character bits and backstory that we're slowly learning about, and there's family stuff going on, and it's so well done that I'm really, really interested in enjoying it. So we'll see what happens next, but so far, Crystal was right. Don't tell her I said that. It's Wednesday the 15th. I've just finished to page 268. So the reading for today, and I'm a little under the weather today, so I'm not emoting quite as well as I normally would, but holy crap. Like, we should have read more each day. I don't know how I don't know how I would have survived if we read more each day, though, because the places we would have stopped would have just killed me. But still, just, okay, 2 more days and we'll be finished, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's reading to find out what happens, because my mind is just going crazy right now. So, see you then. Okay, it's 10:30 Thursday night. As you can see, I am in my room at my parents' house because I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. But I just now finished today's reading in Hopeless. I didn't get to read earlier because the pre-K through first grade class for music sang the national anthem at our regional basketball tournament. They did a really good job, and I'm super proud of them. Um, Side note, most kids in junior high don't know the words to the national anthem, and 4-year-olds just sang it for regionals on the radio. I didn't know there was going to be radio. Anyway, moving on. So much happened. I can't say anything because I'll spoil everything, but just basically. I'll be back tomorrow with my final thoughts. Okay, guys, it's a Friday night. We finished Hopeless today, and this was really, really enjoyable. But in a weird, enjoyable way, because the suspenseful part of this book is not something that really makes you want to say, yeah, I was entertained and I enjoyed it, but I was entertained and I did enjoy it. And I was also feeling very emotional. It just really puts you through the ringer. Um, but I'm not giving it a full 5 out of 5. I was going to give it a 3.5 to a 4 stars, but the ending of the book, just the last couple of chapters, really upped it for me. Um, so I'm giving it about a 4.5 to a 4.75 stars. There are some things that are problematic, however. No, it was not insta love, but it is kind of instant forever. They, knew each other back when and then found each other again, blah, blah, blah. But still, she's 17, and it it seemed very forevery. And even when you're in high school and in love, most people aren't thinking
I want to get married and have kids and we're going to spend forever and ever and ever together. Um, and there was also some instances where she made choices or she forgave people, and it just seemed like it went very quick. And I know that in the space of 300 to 400 pages, you've got to make things click and you've got to get the story done. But there are ways to show that it took time and a lot of intense thought and emotions without having it just be, I went and I stared at the stars with my boyfriend for an hour and then I was like, okay, I completely forgive this woman who did this life altering thing to me. And some of the reactions and things that were happening in the book did not seem right to me at all. And some of that was just my personal opinion as a mother and a teacher. But there were some things like the main male character has a sister, and we learn just barely anything about her. And I think we should have had more on that front and the connection there because we know that it's deep, but we don't get much else. Anyway, I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to spoil anything. Uh, as I've said multiple times, I don't read YA, I don't read contemporary. This is a YA contemporary, and it was very well written, and I did really enjoy it. And, it was not at all like what I normally read when I pick up something like this. So, this is definitely not something like this. Like I said, 4.75 out of 5 stars. If you guys haven't read it, you should check it out. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to read something good and write something better.